100 years from now, it will not matter what my bank account was, the type of house I lived in, or the kind of car I drove. But the world may be different because I was important in the life of a boy. That quote by Forest Witcraft first appeared in an essay in the October 1950 issue of Scouting magazine. Quite often the quote is repeated as anonymous, which fits Whitcraft's desire to remain anonymous and just serve children through the Boy Scouts. In the essay, he talked about the powerful influence average folk can have on small children. That saying has an ironic connection to the events in King David's life as he fled Jerusalem to escape the wrath of his son Absalom. David's sin with Bathsheba had turned Absalom's world upside down and inside out. David's subsequent failures with Tamar and Amnon just made things worse. The realization of the consequences of his sin had him weeping while he was climbing the Mount of Olives, 2 Samuel 15, verse 30. But this event was important to another boy who was in the group climbing that hill, Solomon. Think about it. Absalom had already killed one brother, Amnon, who was the crown prince at the time. What would he have done if David had not taken his wives and children with him when he fled Jerusalem? That's right, he probably would have murdered them in order to eliminate any potential rivals. So, among those traveling up the Mount of Olives to escape would have been several grown sons as well as a few boys, including Solomon. David's actions that day were clearly important to one boy because it saved his life, and that boy made a huge difference in the world because he grew up to become king and build God's house. 1,000 years later, on that same Mount of Olives, God's son, who was a descendant of Solomon, was very sorrowful, even unto death, as he fell face down before his father. There he wept bitter tears, pleading with God for another way to solve the problem of man's sin. But unlike Absalom, who had thrown off all allegiance to his father, Jesus was entirely submitted to his Father. 3 times Jesus asked for another way, and all 3 times he ended with, "Not as I will, but as you will." Matthew 26, verse 30 and 36 through 44. Saving Solomon the son led to Jesus the Son saving us and bringing many sons to glory. Hebrews 2, verse 10. The reason Jesus made such a difference in the world was his commitment to doing God's will. If we really want to make a difference in the lives of others in this world, we must start with making a difference in our own by committing to do God's will. When we do that, we will become important in the life of those around us and help shape boys and girls who might make a difference. Is that your commitment? Thank you for watching Morning Minutes in the Bible. Until tomorrow, this is James McClenny hoping you have a great day.